Bim.
I said, where you going, dude? To get some milk cookies.
Welcome to our Thoughts, Your Thoughts, a show where we talk about the things you want to talk about.
And the things you don't want to talk about.
Like all that noise in the background. Anyway,
Put my money in the grave.
where's that from?
It's a Drake song.
What does that mean?
Rick Ross.
Oh, the new song.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
Money in the grave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not my song of the week, but
Yeah, I'm not really feeling it.
it's alright.
I feel like Rick Ross he's had his time.
Is Rick Ross now at the level where it's like, remember before when people would say, I like Big Luther, not Little Luther? Is it the same level now with Rick Ross? Everybody likes Big Rick Ross, not Little Rick Ross?
Not Little Rick Ross.
Okay.
Little Rick Ross is not as humble as big one. Anyway, so we
Fair.
got some special desserts for y'all.
So some butter tarts, raisin tarts, and pecan tarts.
Pecan.
Pecan. Does that mean I'm bougie because I keep calling it pecan?
Well, you're trying to sound difficult. I think that's what.
I thought it was always pecan.
I don't know. Where's that from?
I don't know. Like the first time I heard it was, I guess pecan pie.
First time I heard that word,
Yeah.
it was on the Wu-Tang song "Ice Cream,"
Nice.
which is my song of the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the title of the song?
"Ice Cream" by Wu-Tang.
Okay.
It's so dope. I remember when it came out. I had these dudes had I forgot who it was. I think it was Capadonna or Ghostface that had this really cool wool Nike baseball cap, and I had that
That
hat.
had to be Ghostface.
Yeah,
That's the Ghostface swag right there.
it was so. I had it, and it just felt great. Like it just felt great to know that I was ahead of the curve, man.
And that song, you know what? That song was for women's empowerment. Well, think about it. Yo, when that song came out, I remember all like girls would be like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm butterscotch, I'm
Butter
pecan,
yeah.
I'm chocolate deluxe. Yo, that song was for women's empowerment.
Yeah, by
Wu-Tang for
giving
president.
them names of ice cream and stuff, of desserts.
Why wouldn't you want the name of ice cream? That's delicious.
But you're talking about women's empowerment.
Yeah.
Okay, no, never mind. Wu-Tang's for the kids. It's for the children.
Wu-Tang's for the children.
That's their motto, yo.
I know that's their motto, but like, what qualifies it as being for the children?
I think it's because it's forever and they speak the truth to the young black youth.
Well done, sir. Well done. But you know what's true? Wu-Tang never really rapped about like hoes and all this other stuff.
No, I think the way they do it is different. You know,
I guess.
yeah, I think
I don't recall them being like Uncle Luke. You know what I mean?
No. But remember the song "Gravel Pit"?
That's the song I was thinking about.
But girls were scandally clad in that song.
It's because it was a theme.
I guess
They were like, it was like the Flintstones.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Are they gonna say that Wilma and what's her name, Betty, were scantily clad?
Yeah, but dude, they were covered from neck down to their ankles.
Who?
Wilma and Betty, except for their sleeves.
That's just because Fred and Barney were worried someone was gonna get it.
So yeah, what's your song of the week, man?
My song of the week, I'm gonna give a shout out to my boy Dan Ebron for this one, because we watch a lot of NPR Tiny Desk concerts on
Those are
YouTube.
dope.
They're dope, and he told me, yo, you gotta go listen to Sting and Shaggy. It's really, really dope. And since I watched it, and I actually watched it with like my wife, the kids, father-in-law, like we all watched it, and Sting's joint, Englishman in New York, fire.
For real?
It's fire. I love that song. And then they put a bit of a twist on it because then Shaggy was like, "I'm a Jamaican in New York." It was pretty dope. It was pretty dope. But then even if you listen to the original, like it's a really good song.
One of the best ones I seen was Rakim. He had like a 9-minute thing.
Yeah.
Most guys go for like 20 and up. He had 9 minutes. But man, dude knows. He knew every single word of his old songs, and it was so dope. Like the way he was spitting, it's as if he was back there. You know, it was great.
But those also guys, like they're like the new school could learn from those guys in terms of performance.
Yeah. Right.
So.
Yeah. Like, I saw just today I was watching this video by Sheck West. It's Sheck West performing Mo Mamba live at a concert.
It was probably terrible.
It was terrible. But the vibe was crazy. But in terms of performance, he was just jumping around on stage, letting the crowd sing the whole thing.
Yeah.
But he also had the actual song playing with his voice playing.
Yeah.
So he wasn't really rapping. Yeah.
So he was like, what's her name? Ashley Simpson's, Jessica Simpson's sister on Saturday Night Live.
Simpson, yeah.
Ashley Simpson, yeah. Yo, these are distractingly delicious. For a second, I almost said they're magically delicious. I was like, wait, they're just distractingly delicious.
You're distracted right now, yo.
I am, because my brain doesn't really know what's going on right now.
It's nice and heavy too.
I know.
Yeah. It's delicious.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, Tiny Desk was dope. But I'm glad that how did your in-laws and your family react to watching that?
Everyone was vibing to it. Even the kids, like everyone was vibing to it. It was so good.
Cool.
And I'm convinced that Sting has some black in his family because he hasn't aged. He hasn't aged.
Or he has money. I don't know.
Yo, speaking of aging, have you not seen this face app thing where everyone's like basically showing themselves as like a rendering of what they would look like as older? It looks pretty accurate, but I saw one which made me really laugh, and it was Jordan Peele from the director of Get Out, and Us and all that, and he put today, and he said us at 30 and us 30 years from now, and it's him and his girlfriend, and his face is exactly the same, and she aged. I couldn't stop laughing because she's white. I was laughing my head off when I saw that, and I was like, is anyone really mad at that? It's pretty accurate because I mean, look at you and me. Like, you're 57, and I'm 63. Yeah. So, but we look like a young 42.
Yeah, we look like we're in our 30s, man. Yeah, I like that. But wasn't that a thing a couple years ago, where the age app was a thing?
What is old is new again?
I guess, like this stupid bottle challenge, man. Like
the kick bottle thing?
Yeah, like I don't know. I think it's stupid. First of all,
so are you like Snoop? Did you see his rant?
What did he say?
Oh, he went crazy. He's like, man, everybody needs to stop with these challenge bullshit. It's like shit's getting annoying.
Yeah, like so many people faked it. Some people did it. Some people say, "Why are you even trying?" You know.
No.
But one of my favorite ones is John Mayer. He's funny because you could tell he has no athletic bone in his body.
Yeah, but he's a singer. He doesn't need it.
True.
Right?
True.
Because it's like singers want to be athletes and athletes want to be singers, right? Anyway, speaking of celebrity, did you see... they finally sentenced El Chapo.
Yeah. That went pretty quick, considering.
Fair. Well, he did escape like 3 times.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's his first time in America, right?
Yeah, because, in America, getting caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they say... Sorry, go ahead.
But I was just shocked that he got life in prison. I get the life in prison because he's like the head of a cartel and all that stuff. But they ordered him to pay $12.6 billion.
Where did they get the 12.6 from?
I don't know. Maybe it's because they made calculations of how much money they would have gotten paid as a government for the drugs that they would have sold over the period of time. So they want the reparations.
Who said that they didn't make money off of it?
No, they made money, but they want their reparations.
Oh,
I'm just saying. Maybe that's what it is. And then with the 12.6, what are they going to do? Feed the poor?
Yeah, it's going straight to the army and stuff, man.
Probably.
Or in the pockets of Trump's lackeys.
Or Trump's hairline.
Oh. But like honestly, like why the 12.6? I don't know. It seems pretty heavy, and like I agree with you. Like, what in the world are they gonna do with that loot?
I have no idea. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. I have no idea.
Yo, Chapo got people to feed, man. Like when you're the head of a cartel, there's so many people depending on you. People who are involved and not involved. You know.
Do you think he's actually gonna stay in prison? Just based on his connections.
I think over time we're gonna forget about him, and he might end up leaving or not. I don't know. Like I don't think like an American prison will be. I don't think they're gonna let him slide.
I feel like he has so much money though that like he's gonna buy someone off.
But
like,
that's why they're trying. That's probably one of the reasons they're trying to take away his money.
But I feel like with 12.6, that's just that they know of.
Yeah,
right?
Like dudes like that, they wipe their butts with cash.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah. So.
They burn it like what's his name? Pablo
Escobar.
Yeah, he used it to stay warm. He burnt it to stay warm. You know.
But I mean, according to Sapiens, that's not worth anything anyway.
True. It's all in the mind.
It's all in the mind.
It's all in the mind. But if the government do take away the 12.6 billion, it also changes in the mind that he doesn't have money anymore. Meaning they take away his power.
Fair. I just feel like the states, they're bullies in that sense, man. Like
they're bullies, period, man.
Yeah, that's true. Like we're number one at what? But seriously, like
at being
bullies.
So I was watching this series called The Dictator's Playbook. Okay, it was the first one I watched was about Panama. What's his name?
Oh, Noriega.
Idi Amin. Mussolini and all that stuff. I don't remember, but Noriega and Noriega was basically brought up by the United States. They showed him everything.
That's a broken record. I feel like the states show anyone who's an enemy of the states were once their ally.
Their ally, yeah.
Because wasn't the same thing with Gaddafi?
I think Gaddafi's story is a lot more complicated.
Saddam Hussein. Because they wanted him to fight the Ayatollah.
Bin Laden. All these people, right? They were taught how to be brutal by Western powers, and eventually they turn. You know, like one thing I saw that I thought was crazy was, for example, when the states would go and bomb like Iraq or whatever or another country, and then these people retaliate or whatever. It's like the way the reporter or the documentary said it. It's almost saying, "How dare they react?" You know?
Yeah.
How dare they do something about it towards us? It's like it's the craziest thing when Idi Amin revolted against the British and the Western powers that were in Uganda. They're like, how dare he do that? You know, against us. You know, it's like they're only a terrorist when it's no longer in their interest. You know. Anyways, I'm getting off subject, but that to me is pretty crazy, man. Like, I'm pretty sure at some point, the federal government was probably working with Guzman.
Well, didn't Pablo Escobar's son come out and say my dad worked with the CIA?
Makes sense.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that came out like maybe last year that he said yeah, my dad was working with the CIA for years. It's when he got, too big for his britches.
Too big. They want to keep you in line. But anyway,
that's crazy, man. But you know what? That's things just happen differently around the world, right? Like, but the states still want their peace.
Yeah.
Right? Look at them now. The states are trying to take care of ASAP Rocky in Sweden, right? Like, I saw the video. I don't know why he's in prison. It really looks like it's self-defense, but again, and videos show anything. But to me, at the same time, that's one of the things. I never try to get in trouble. Oh, I won't say I'll never try. I make it my mission to never get into any trouble in a different country. You know what I mean? Because what can you do? If they seize your passport, like, you're screwed. What are you gonna do? But the thing that's surprising is it's in Sweden. You know what I mean? When I think Sweden, I think like
peace.
I think peace. I think like IKEA. I think Swedish meatballs. You know what I mean? Like I don't. Swedish chef from Sesame Street. I don't think. I think people walking around going pure. You know what I mean?
So what happened exactly?
So basically, these guys were following ASAP Rocky and two of his backup performers or whatever. And they were like yelling at him saying like, you messed up my headphones or whatever. And they're like, yo, we don't even know what you're talking about. Like, we're not trying to fight with you. Like, just leave us alone. But everywhere they went, those guys would follow them. And then in the end, it turned into a physical altercation. But those guys were trying to pick a fight first, because you could see like they're throwing their headphones at ASAP security, and he's a big dude, and he's like, yo, I don't want to break your face. Like, you guys need to go away. And they were still sitting there. And like I was saying, you know, off camera, I noticed that one of those guys had a big old tattoo on his neck, even though he looked like he was 14 years old. I was like, yo.
Was it a swastika?
No. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't a swastika. It was I don't know. All I know is it doesn't make sense that they've been in prison for 3 weeks. Those guys are walking around free. The ones that attacked them. And it's on camera. So it's like, it doesn't matter if it's on camera. You're still guilty because you're a foreigner. That's the way they're looking at it right now.
That's crazy.
So, I don't know. And I've always told myself I want to go to the Scandinavian countries, you know, just visit, just cause, take an ice bath in Iceland or something. But
those were some of the countries that were first taken over by Hitler when he wanted to build his empire.
Well, Hitler wants everyone to look Swedish and, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I'm not saying they're racist. It's just, it's messed up that a black guy on camera is shown as like defending himself, and they're like, no, you are going to prison. And it's like, what? I don't know what accent that was.
Well, I wonder what the American government is trying to do about it.
Well, Trump is trying to get him out. Apparently he contacted Sweden, and, you know, to say like, let's work this out for us to be able to get him out. But again, that feels like a power play to get votes. You know what I mean?
From the black folks.
You know, Donald Trump got ASAP Rocky out of prison. Yo, we gotta, you know, pay it forward and vote for him. For the culture.
Yeah, but who the hell is ASAP Rocky in the first place? ASAP Rocky denounces his affiliation to black folks. When all
really?
Yeah, not 100% like that, but when all that Gucci and Prada and all that stuff came out, he wasn't for the peoples. He was for himself.
You know what's really ironic? His biggest hit is called Fucking Problems. Because he's got them now. No,
real problems.
Yeah, he's got some real problems.
Yeah. See, like, black folks, I mean, the hip-hop culture and community were supporting 21 Savage big time with his deportation because he was kicking some real stuff. But what's ASAP about? I don't know. Anyways, I like his style. I like his music. But I'm not sure he could stay there.
He could stay in Sweden?
He could create new rap from there. I don't know. I'm not a big fan. Like, I don't know if I'll put myself out for someone like that.
I don't anticipate his albums.
No, I don't.
No, not at all.
No, he does good features. But I don't like. I like ASAP Ferg way better.
But should our level of caring be determined on how good someone is?
Yes, because so many people don't like Kanye West. But if anything happens to him, I care. You know, like, as much as he's doing a lot of dumb stuff, if something bad happens to him, I don't think people will turn their backs on him. I think people will support Kanye because of
Well, Kim K will go to the White House to get him out.
See, he's smart. He's putting seeds in the right places.
It's true.
Just in case.
Just in case. Just in case. Yeah. Just in case he does something to flip out.
Yeah, exactly. Because he knows he will.
Fair. I still laugh every time I see the cover of his most recent album when he says, "I hate being bipolar. It's awesome."
And I thought it was so smart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many album covers that look like that? The whole point is to stand out, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I saw that, I was like, of course, it's great. It's really, really great. Just like Pusha T's Daytona album cover.
That was. Remind the people what it was.
It was Whitney Houston's coked out bathroom.
Wow.
Like coked out when she was strung up on crack and stuff.
Isn't that the bathroom? Isn't that what it looked like when they found her dead?
Yeah. Like he paid like $80,000 to get the rights to that picture.
But what does that have to do with the title of the album?
I don't know, like cocaine. Because
Daytona. I don't understand what it has.
Because Pusha T is all about the drug game, right?
I guess.
Yeah. Anyway.
Fair.
Anyway.
Okay. So, I have a question for you. So, I've been having some discussions with friends, right? And we're trying to come up with a conclusion with regards to relationships because we haven't been in the game for a while because we're both spoken for.
Well, I've been in a relationship for a while. Yes.
You've spoken for.
Okay.
Don't get yourself killed. Okay.
This is why Jet is my brother. He makes sure I don't get myself into some dumb shit.
Yup. Yeah. Like my boy DJ would say, who quotes Wiz Khalifa. Yeah, yup. I'm not trying to get you in trouble, man. But we're trying to think from a perspective of a relationship, taking the physical out of it. What do you think is the one thing that is the key to a woman's heart? Like, how they say, the key to a man's heart is through his stomach. That's one of the cliched statements.
Damn, that's big.
Mm-hmm. What do you think it is for women?
Wow, that's big.
Right.
I think it's like I do think it's a combination of a lot of different things, but
Negro, I said one.
Yeah, dude, let me talk. Let me talk.
Go ahead.
So I do think it's a combination of a lot of things.
Okay, here goes this soliloquy.
However, like you're just talking about not letting me get in trouble, and I don't know how I'm not gonna get in trouble after answering this.
Goodness gracious, it's not that bad.
But I don't know. I think physicalities apart, I think it's not complicated at all. I think it's very, very, very primal. I think if you're able to show that you can provide and defend, I think it has a lot.
But I'm thinking more like personality trait.
Confidence.
Confidence, okay.
You show that you're confident, and you help improve theirs.
Fair. That's pretty good, man.
Because every girl wants to be the baddest girl outside. Okay. At least feel that way.
Yeah.
So when they're walking around with you, they gotta feel that way. They gotta feel like they're the baddest, and their man is head honcho.
HNIC.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, Google it.
Yeah, HNIC.
HNIC.
It's also a really good album by the late great Prodigy.
This is true.
From Mobb Deep. I had it. It was really
what
good.
What was the main? What was the big?
Keep It Thorough.
Keep It Thorough. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
The beat is dope. Anyways, so I think somebody that can do it, that can make them feel like they actually matter, so they get the confidence out of that. Okay. If they can walk around feeling like no matter how many girls outside, they know that they're the baddest because their man makes them feel that way. I think that's key. You know, even within the four walls of the house, if they can feel like that too, I think that's gonna be very, very important because it'll stop them from looking elsewhere and stay on that, right? And yeah, I think that's important.
So you think that's the number one factor?
Like for me, I think it's important to show confidence and help them improve theirs. Confidence.
Okay.
Yeah.
From my perspective, and I know Lex is like, yo, Jet's a snake, yo. But listen. Sense of humor, yo.
Yo, when bills are not paid, ain't nothing funny, yo. Ain't nothing funny.
Listen. I'm talking about I'm talking about a factor to get you in the door. That's the way I look at it. Like, I'm not saying you can't laugh to the bank when you ain't got no money. I'm saying, like, the factor to like even get a girl engaged. That's what I mean. So confidence, yes, absolutely, right? Like that'll get her attention. But I think a sense of humor will as well. You know what I mean? Like someone who could make her laugh. Because you hear about that all the time. You hear confidence, and you hear a girl that says, "Oh, a guy that makes me laugh." Nobody wants, a funny guy with no confidence, but nobody wants a confident guy who's always serious.
I don't know about that.
Really?
I don't know.
But I guess it depends on the girl then.
Yeah, it depends on the girl, but the funny guy thing, yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if I personally use my sense of humor to get my lovely.
But you're a funny guy.
I'm not funny, son.
Just by saying stuff like that, you know you're funny. So you're trying to tell me on your first date you did not make her laugh once?
Didn't try.
Kara.
Oh, mama.
Can you come here for a second, please?
This is supposed to be my brother's keeper.
I am. I'm just asking a question.
Did you see New Jack City?
Yeah.
All these guys that said I am my brother's keeper ended up killing each other.
Yo, you need to stop being you stop being real Nino-ish right now. Okay, stop being real Nino-ish. I just have one question, Kara. On your first date with Rob, did he make you laugh?
He tried. He tried.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after these messages.
I don't remember that.
You blocked it.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that one bit.
You blocked it out.
She probably thought what I was saying was funny, but I'm sure I wasn't trying to be funny.
He was just being him. And
so you wore that shirt on purpose? It wasn't to make you laugh?
See? You see?
Damn. You guys talk about it afterwards. Oh man.
Anyway,
sorry, bro.
Next topic.
Sorry, bro.
But yeah, look, I was very serious.
Okay.
I was maybe my upfrontness was so different that it probably seemed funny.
Okay.
But ain't nothing funny about what I got now, man.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no jokes.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, no jokes.
I made my wife laugh. Knocked her up 4 times. Hey. She was like, ah, oh.
Boom.
Ah, beam. Oh.
Yeah. But no, I think yeah, a sense of humor is important.
I think it brings her guard down.
I think a sense of humor is probably good to keep things good in the long run. Having a sense of humor.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if I've ever approached a girl and trying to make her laugh. I've always been a little bit more straightforward about what I wanted.
I don't know, man. I feel like as soon as you, but we're different dudes, right? So the approach will be a little bit different. But I feel like if you make a girl have a good laugh, like her guard will be down.
Yeah. I gotta agree. There
you go.
Yeah, I should try that one day. Maybe not.
You don't need to now.
Yeah.
Now you can be that serious, confident dude.
So, I was at the Vinci picnic, and I saw this guy, these two friends just chilling. But they're in a huge group of dudes, maybe 10 of them, but they're just slightly ahead of them. Okay, and then I see one of them doing this, like signaling someone, and my peripherals just trying to shift and find who they're signaling at. I was just there doing nothing, and it's this one girl who's talking to this other guy, and she notices this guy saying, like, trying to wave her to come through, and she started giggling with the guy, and she's like, she does this, she's like, she looks back, she's like, what? Just hold on, right? But her breasts were kind of like all out, and she came ready. It's like she didn't expect the cleavage to actually work, but it did, you know. And so the guy that she was talking to left, and this other girl came and started talking with her, and she was like, she her friend came, and they're talking. And as soon as she explained it to her friend what's going on, she told the guys, "You come." And the two guys came, and it was such a great thing to see. Okay, it just reminds me of back in the day. It reminds me of you know, gentlemen, you know, guys who know how to kick game. You know,
I don't know how to kick game.
Okay, so going back to my story, so. The guys are walking towards the girls, and then the taller dude bumps into someone else that he knew, talks with them for like a few seconds, while the other dude continues off to go talk to the girls, and they're talking, and then the other guy comes along, and right away, as soon as he enters, you could tell the dude was an alpha, and the other guy was like a beta, you know. It's like he was waiting on his man to come through to make things happen. So the guy starts talking to the second girl, and little by little, what I noticed is both girls' attention went like that towards the one dude, and the other guy was just kind of like hanging off the side.
Hey guys, hey guys.
He looked like that too, you know.
Hey guys,
I was like, oh snap. Wow. Snap! I was like, yeah, you do your thing, man.
That's funny. So on the flip side, what is the number one thing you look for in a girl, like to get your attention? That's non-physical.
Like first time meet.
Yeah, like just that will pique your interest, and it's not physical.
I don't know. Like eye contact is important to know.
But that's physical.
You know what? A really down to earth personality. Like, how can I explain this? Someone who's not trying to put up a show. Who's not trying to play the.
So would that be like humility?
Yeah, somebody who knows what they want and be like. Who would be like talking normally and not trying to give me the fake personality everybody puts up when they first encounter someone, right? Like, just, you know, if you're interested, we'll talk. If not, tell me, you know what, dude, I'm gonna go over there. I respect that. I'd rather that than, you know, like, just staying there and the conversation becomes awkward. Yeah, you know, I like a girl that knows what they want and be like willing to make jokes and stuff like that, and be like, yeah, you know, this conversation is getting awkward. What else you got? Yeah, that would make me come alive. I'd be like, oh, okay. So you think? Yeah, you're right. Sense of humor.
all it took was all of that. Oh my goodness. Oh man.
But I say you're right.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the same thing, but I like silly. I like a girl who could be silly, who could laugh at herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, like not someone who doesn't take herself too seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if let's say for example, like I'm chilling with the girl, and then all I hear is And instead of she goes, "Oh my god, that's so gross, that's disgusting," she'd be like, "Oh, for real? You just gonna do that, right? You just gonna go and fart on people." Like, she's not like mad at it or whatever. Like, she makes a joke of it. I'll be like, okay, you got my...
that she's human.
Exactly. Like, I don't care if you're a 10 but you can't laugh and you're like, I have no personality.
You're no longer a 10.
No, you're no longer a 10.
Yeah, I feel you, man. That's very important. Yeah. Like, I think that's what happened with Karen and I when we met. We're just cool.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it was a date. It didn't feel like we had to put on a front. You know, and I don't like that. I don't like the idea of putting up a front. But what you said is exactly that.
Yeah, like I know with Tess, like what I see is what I get. Because if she's putting up a front, it's a talent to put up a front for 14 years. So I don't think it's a front. I believe that's who she is. That's who she's been since day one. So
yeah, but anyway, yeah, that makes me think about back in the day, yo.
Back in the day,
when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Yeah.
Oh man, but hey, thank you guys. I think that's the show, man.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on for next week, but it's gonna be fire as well, man.
As usual. So we transitioned from Facebook to YouTube, so just make sure you guys share the show. Make sure you guys click the button right down there to subscribe to the show, because these conversations, from these youngish black folk, we don't always get the chance to talk to other people our age. You know what I mean? Talk about real stuff. So, this gets the conversation going. What? Huh?
It escaped.
Awkward.
Oh, speaking of awkward, I saw Lion King over the weekend.
Was it good?
It was good.
Okay.
It was good. It was weird.
Did you cry?
Okay. This is our thoughts. Your thoughts. A show where we talk about things you want to talk about
and the things you don't want to talk about, like the Lion King and crying. Apparently.
Yeah. What? Like crying, dude? I'm not 8. Like, what would I cry?
Mufasa.
Okay. Actually,
Mufasa.
I saw the first 25 minutes and the last 25 minutes.
You fell asleep.
I fell asleep.
There you go. That's what I was expecting. Hey, subscribe to the channel. Do it right now. Click on the button.
Bim.